Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Today we are going over a rifle red dot from Gideon Optics. This is one of the first official rifle red dots I would say that they have come out with. They did have the Mediator and now the Mediator 2, this being the Mediator XL. The Mediator and Mediator 2 were also doubled as an enclosed pistol red dot, but I think they worked a lot better as a rifle red dot. Especially the Mediator 2, it's far, far brighter. But this being the Mediator XL, because they do like keeping the same name for everything they do, being what I would say is the first dedicated rifle red dot that they have. So let's get into it. Two pieces of housekeeping real quick. Number one, to the YouTube censors, I am going to talk about the price of this in this video. I'm not talking about the price of the gun. I'm not talking about the price of the suppressor. I'm not selling any regulated goods. I'm not breaking any of the guidelines. All I'm doing is educating the viewer as much as I possibly can so that they can make the decisions that they see fit. So please leave me alone. Second is that Gideon Optics has a optic return program or trade-in program where you can save up to $100 by turning in your old optic when buying your new optic from them. And that, again, that is up to $100. It's at checkout. So if you happen to get on their site and you have an optic that you want to turn in for that program, check that out, see if it saves you some money. Speaking of saving some money, the code RTT10 at Gideon Optics will save you 10% on any purchase of any optic that they have. With all that said, let's get into the Gideon Mediator XL rifle red dot. Now, first thing I'm sure you can tell is this is one chunky monkey. This thing is a big old beast. The viewing window itself is 1.1 inches tall by almost 1.5 inches wide. That's pretty massive. However, the weight doesn't necessarily reflect its size. So it's only coming in at like 13.5 to 14 ounces with the battery installed. The battery is a CR123A battery. This is parallax free out to 100 yards. It is a square body style. It has 45 MOA each way in total adjustments. The adjustments are very tactile and audible at 1/2 MOA. It comes with a kill flash on it, and it comes with this exoskeleton around it for rugged durability. Now, one of my favorite parts about this optic is the reticle. The reticle being a 68 MOA circle dot with sort of crosshairs on the north, south, east, and west of it, or selectable to just a 3 MOA plain red dot. It does come only in red, which I prefer red personally, but I really like circle dots, and this circle dot is nice and big. Now, not only is this circle dot big, it is bright. One of the things through all of like the pistol optics I have reviewed from Gideon and the LPVOs that I have talked about for Gideon, one of the things they have always lacked is daylight brightness. They've always been bright enough, that teetering edge of enough. Me being here in the southern Arizona desert, and the sun is a completely different animal here than, say, some of my friends back in Ohio or the Northeast, things like that, where you guys have garbage weather. The sunlight here really, an optic company really has to step up their brightness in order for it to be that daylight bright to be effective here. And the Mediator 2, which I don't have with me, and I'm going to mention probably a couple times throughout this video, is extraordinarily bright, a lot brighter than the original Mediator was, and they followed suit with the Mediator XL. Gideon found brightness, and I couldn't be happier. Now, the window quality of this is very good. One of the things Gideon has always been very good about with their pistol optics, their crossover optics is what I'm going to call the Mediator and Mediator 2, and even their LPBOs, is that they don't waterboard us with that green or blue hue in the glass in order to give the appearance of their reticle being brighter, although they may have been able to use that notch filter a little bit more in their older pistol optics. This is the same way. It's extraordinarily clear. I'm not seeing any blue or green tint, yet they have been able to get it to be extraordinarily bright. And with it being so clear, everything downrange is very clear. The blues are blues, the greens are greens, nothing seems muddy. I'm not getting any real nasty chromatic aberrations in it, any starbursting, any sort of lens flares, anything like that. A lot of that will come down to your kill flash here. The kill flash not only doing its job to eliminate glint from an opposing force or an opposing shooter, but it also helps to disperse some of the sunlight coming in and not having any sort of aberrations in the glass as well. This being a massive window, the bigger window you get on red dots, the more issues you're going to have with glints and flares and reflections and things like that. Now, speaking of the kill flash and glints, glares, and things like that, now as good a time as any to bring up that this is my second one of these. They sent me another one out because of some issues I was having with the first one. And those same issues, I want to preface, exist in this one. The lack of kill flash. I took the kill flash off of my first one, and well, I ended up with sort of an unusable reticle, because when I was facing east, which is the place that I normally shoot at, I'm facing west today this way, downrange. And I did that specifically for this video, because when facing east and the sunlight coming in without the kill flash, the emitter, the shape of the LED emitter, just plasters itself right up on that front glass and makes the reticle almost unusable. There was some distortion as I went left, right to the extremes in the glass with the reticle as well. But that wasn't my issue. My issue was that this massive red square was appearing on where the reticle goes. So this one has all the same issues, except with the kill flash, it knocks it down considerably. What I end up getting now is a little bit of red splotchiness in the glass with the kill flash on it, but that is only in the mornings facing east from that sun up till like 9:30 in the morning time frame. This not being specific to the Gideon Mediator XL, I've had this happen in most, I would say most, really large window rifle and pistol red dots in the past, but the kill flash on this definitely helps with that. Now, noon, doesn't matter what way you're facing. In the morning, like it is now, because it is 8:55 in the morning, facing west like I've been sooting all morning, not a problem. Crystal clear, no red splotches, no emitter glare up into the glass or anything like that. So just be aware of those things when it comes to this particular and any big window optic. With that said, using this red dot has been overall a really good experience. Nice big window, nice crisp bright reticle. I prefer the circle dot reticle, which is what I've used it on the absolute bulk of the time. And I got to tell you that outside of like a 2-hour time span facing into the sun, this is a great rifle red dot. Now let's talk about durability. Did it pass or did it fail? Let's check that out. All right, so I am here at 36 yards, which is what I have this zeroed at, and I have 10 rounds of PMC Bronze 223, pretty basic range stuff. loaded up in my custom built test rifle, and we're going to do the abuse test real quick. Get this on. All right, 5 rounds. All right, the hammer. Now again, this has this like exoskeleton on it, but I am hitting the open spot in the top directly with the hammer. Smack the exoskeleton a little bit. All right, 5 more. All right, let's go. I feel like something moved, maybe not. Let's go downrange. All right, so this was my first group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, you know, a 2-inch group, something like that. But my second group was actually better. It was actually tighter. But they're really, considering most everything was sort of high left here, everything being high left here, I'm going to say that there was no point of aim, point of impact shift. In fact, it got a little bit better the second time, but not bad. Complete pass. And just for shits and giggles, let's put 10 rounds in the head. And accuracy wasn't a fluke. Considering it's not a magnified optic, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So on an A to F scale, where do I rate this? On an A to F scale, A being I have 0 complaints about it. You can use this in any environment, anytime, anywhere, for any reason. F being, well, it was a complete failure. I would call this right in the area of like a C plus, maybe a B. If you shoot indoors regularly, it's going to be a fantastic optic. If you're using it for home defense, on something like a PCC or a rifle, it's going to function very well for you. If you are outdoors regularly, again, that sort of 2 to 3 hour time window, right? Very, very, very first thing in the morning from sun up, you know, just at daybreak till like 9 o'clock in the morning or so. Here in the southern Arizona desert, I need to preface that all the time. On a very clear day with the bright, bright sun, had a bunch of emitter reflection issues. Outside of that, 100% usable. Good dot. So that just leaves price. It leaves price. How much is this bad boy? So this guy on Gideon's website. Now, where else it's sold, I have no idea. I only looked at Gideon's website for the price of this thing, and it comes in at $379 currently on their website. Of course, you can get 10% off by using RTT10. And if you are able to take advantage of their trade-in program, you can also get up to $100 off with the qualified trade-in. So check out those options. But at $379, considering other options that are this size, this big, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I honestly think that there's a few of their products that they're getting a little bit heavy in the price on. But this one, I think they're coming in at a pretty good price for what you're getting. And that's all I got for you for the Gideon Optics Mediator XL. Gets a passing grade for me. 100% gets a passing grade for me. I really do think this is one of the things they've come out with lately that is one of the better options that they have. So I appreciate Gideon sending this out to the channel, and appreciate you guys watching. All of you guys that watch to the end, you guys are awesome. It definitely helps with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out the promo code for this, and we'll talk to you guys later.